What up? What up, everybody? This your boy Abdul Alim, the Blind Wolf, and it's the Wolfpack Channel. Alright. I got locked up in January 2007. I lost my eyesight in prison within the first few months of me being incarcerated. July 7, 2007, I lost my eyesight walking the yard with my homeboy. This was one of the worst experiences of my life, hands down. I done been through some crazy things in life. I've been shot. I've been shot 7 times. I've been ran over by a van. I've been stabbed 3 times. I've been in so many fights, it's not even funny. But when I lost my eyesight, something else happened. This became a lifelong fight, but I didn't know that at the time. All I know is this was the worst thing in the world that I felt like it happened to me. Like I said, I had been shot before. June 11th, 1999, I got shot 5 times. Spent 36 days of shock trauma. Had a tube up my nose, stuff all in my chest, IVs in my arm, catheter. I ain't really care about nothing but my son, my mother, my baby mother, my homeboys at the time. It felt like the whole world turned their backs on me, and they was the only people at the time that I felt like I had some sort of real connection to. And I thought that was the worst thing in the world could happen to me. When I went to prison January of 2007, I got locked up for possession of a .357 Magnum. They gave me 3 5-year sentences, but they ran them all together. I copped out, which actually made them run it all together because they wanted to run it wild. They wanted to give me 15 years. But I copped out because in Maryland at the time, they had just started something called the Exile Program. And they were going to be shipping dudes out of state who was getting locked up for violent crimes, handguns, stuff like that. And I'm at the very beginning of this stuff. I'm over Central Bookings. I'm watching this stuff on the news. Like, they passing this stuff at the time. So I'm like, whoa, man, that's crazy. And I already got a paid attorney. He telling me, like, look, man, you play with these people right now, you might end up in Seattle, Washington somewhere. I'm like, but if I cop out, I'm gonna get 5 years flat. Still had 3 5-year sentences, but it's 1 5 years I'm gonna be doing for real. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and cop on after this. Get this one about the way, which made my court, proceedings that much faster. My time over city jail, I noticed that when I was over city jail, I actually was seeing spots on my eyes. So I started to go back and forth to medical, letting them know that I was seeing spots on my eyes, and they were letting me know that they didn't have the proper medical staff to assist me in any type of way. So they basically gave me some ibuprofen when I'm telling them I see spots on my eyes. So time goes by, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I just want to hurry up and get up out of this jail, get where I'm going. But they taking their time even packing me up after I done already, quote my time to get me from the jail over to DOC. It finally gets me over to DOC. So when I get over to the dock house, MRDCC, and I find out where I'm going back across the street to the penitentiary. They could have walked me from Central Bookings through City Jail right into the penitentiary. But I had to go across the street to MRDCC and spend time in MRDCC for, I think I was there for almost a month. And I seen a riot while I was over there too, which was crazy. The Bloods and the Muslims. Man, I can see real good at this time. I can see real good. And in MRDCC, they got these windows. It's kind of like, most of the window you can't see out of, but it might be a little spot that you can peek, you know, what's going on out. But it's like in the corner a little bit. So I'm looking out and I can see over into the penitentiary yard at the time. And I see a group of dudes walking over to another group of dudes and they standing there talking, and the next thing you know, dust everywhere. You just see dust and dirt everywhere. And you know that it's a melee going on. So in MRDCC, they would let you out like every 3 days to come out on a tear. So I think this was one of the nights that we were supposed to come out and be on a tear. So we watching the news and we see it on the news like it was a riot. Well, not a riot, but it was a big brawl over the penitentiary, and a lot of people got stabbed up, a lot of people got hurt because, from what was told to me, Bloods did something disrespectful to a Muslim, and the Muslims wanted, you know, retaliation, and the Bloods weren't trying to give the blood up and popped off right then and there, which happens like that often. So, they finally come up to me and let me know, all right, you going over to the penitentiary. I get over to the penitentiary. Penitentiary on lockdown. This just happened. I come straight into a lockdown prison. The first month I'm over there, me and my cell buddy, Chuck Murrell, we really got introduced to each other. Because for like 26, 27 days, we in the cell every day together. They're not even letting people out for showers. That didn't happen until like the third, going on fourth week that they start letting people out for showers. So, oh, and I never forget, they was feeding us peanut butter and jelly, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dudes were so mad on the tier to the point where you just seen brown bags thrown all over the place. And mind you, I ain't the type of dude that act like I didn't come from nothing. I came from nothing. I came from the gutter. I love peanut butter and jelly. But I know how to work with it too. And dudes ain't like this peanut butter and jelly because the way the peanut butter is in prison, you know, when they put it on your bread, they freeze this stuff. And then when it's time to feed the population, they pull it out, let it thaw out. And you get your peanut butter already on the bread, and you go to try to spread this peanut butter out, your bread break all up. And before you know it, you just got a little peanut butter ball with a little bit of bread on it. So you got to know how to work with this stuff. So I had a lot of peanut butter and jelly at this time. And it's crazy because I'm just coming into the jail. So when we finally come off a lockup, this was in June. Yes, this was in June. We finally come off lockup, and we come out. My homeboy sleeping over top of me. I don't even know that he here. He don't know that I'm here. But he sent me some food down, sent me some grass, some tobacco. You know, he kind of got me right. So as he getting me right, I'm telling my homeboy, thank you, I appreciate you, yada, yada, yada. My bump buddy like, damn, we've been locked down all this time, man. This dude's just been here for a long time that ain't got nothing right now. You got everything right now, and you got new stuff. I was like, yeah, my homeboy just looked out for me. He was like, man, you know somebody that's doing something up here, because most dudes can't last no whole month and still have like this. I'm like, yeah, I can dig it. Either way. So things kind of going good, and like I said, me and my buck buddy Chuck Merle, we didn't had the opportunity to really get to know each other. But now we able to come out, and I'm spending a lot more time with my homeboy because, like, this my man from uptown. We did dirt together, all kinds of stuff. So, make a long story short, July 7th, 2007 became one of the worst days of my life. My homeboy, he liked to go outside when we would go out, and he would play basketball. And ain't nothing wrong with that. That's his thing. I like to lift weights, so I would go over there to the weight pit, and I, get to working out with the weights, and all the other brothers over there, getting it in. And the last 10, 15 minutes a yard, most of the time, me and him, my homeboy that is, we'll get together and we'll go over to the track, and we'll walk the track and chop it up, just me and him. So we doing this one particular day, and as we're approaching the shack, there was a shack over to the right, close to where the cafeteria is, and it's a gate right there with an opening that leads you towards this ramp that would either lead you to the cafeteria, or you can come from the cafeteria to the yard. So we get to walking up by there, and it's like, at this point, somebody just cut the lights out on me. And I stopped. I said, yo, what's going on? So he like, what's wrong? I'm like, yo, I can't see nothing. He like, what you mean you can't see nothing? I'm like, yo, I can't see nothing. So he got to waving his hands in front of my face, and as he waving his hands in front of my face, I'm telling him, look, stop that. I can feel that, but I can't see it. And this is scary, because I done been in the fights, I done been in the arguments, and I'm in prison. And I done stuff uptown, so I don't know who all in here I may have done something to, and they holding a grudge from a long time ago. You never know. So you always got to be on your P's and Q's when you're in prison. So he grabbed me by my shoulders, and he get to walking me towards the hospital. As we're walking towards the hospital, they're calling for yard to be closed. So me and him, we're walking like against the traffic of everybody coming towards the cell blocks. He trying to like cut me through, keeping us from bumping into people. Excuse me. So we actually get to the point where it's nothing but COs in front of us, and they kind of like herding everybody into the cell block. So as they're walking towards the cell block, they telling us, where y'all think y'all going? So my homeboy telling me like, look, we need to get over here to this hospital. My homeboy can't see nothing. So they like, man, we're not trying to hear that. Y'all better get y'all tough ASS's back over there to them blocks, or y'all gonna get effed up. So he like, what? Man, y'all better let my homeboy get over here to this hospital. There's something going on with his eyes right now, and he needs some help. So they like, man, y'all better get y'all ASS's over to that block. So he kind of like tucked me behind him and was like, look, man, y'all can even let my homeboy get over here to this hospital, or we gonna be some fighting MFers out here right now for real. He needs some help. So I guess they started to come towards us. So he kind of pushed me back, and I hear them starting to get it. So as they fighting, I try to walk over there towards them to help. And where the shack was, and I told you this fence was, it was some tall poles. I walked face first into the pole. Boom. Almost broke my nose, blood shooting all out my face. And I'm already going through what I'm going through from my eyes going out. All my head is hurting so bad, it's not even funny. So as this going on, one of the female COs, she said, you didn't see that? You ain't see that? So I can't even talk. So my homeboy said, I just told y'all he can't see nothing. He need to get over to the hospital. Something just happened with his eyes. So at this point, now they believe in us. They believe in us. Get us over there to the hospital. The little fake eye doctor that they got up in there, they straight up like, oh no, there's something going on with his eyes real bad right now. So they start getting up immediate transportation thing together to get me from the penitentiary down to a real hospital. But now, mind you, this is how you know that they did wrong, because they let my homeboy stay with me and chill. He ain't had to go back to the cell and lock in. They didn't take him over C block and lock him up. They let him sit with me for like 15, 16 hours over in the hospital. We smoking cigarettes. We eating the uptown food from the carry out. And we ain't supposed to be doing none of this stuff. But they only giving us this stuff because they done messed up. Tobacco ain't even allowed in the system. And he got a pack of cigarettes and I got a pack of cigarettes. And we blowing them joints down. Because they already let us know that when we get ready to go back, they going to pat us down real good to make sure we ain't got nothing. So enjoy what we can enjoy. So they finally get the emergency transfer papers and stuff together. And, oh, mind you, they broke my homeboy's arm. They fixed him up, patch him up. And after everything was said and done, they sent him right back on over there to the block like ain't nothing happened. He had no charge, nothing. But he got a broke arm for trying to help him, man. Just for trying to help him, man. This is how your life could be screwed up. Like, you're not even going to be worth help. And the people that try to help you might get themselves into a situation where they might get hurt just for trying to help you, even with administration. So they finally get me down there to Johns Hopkins, the Wilmer Eye Institute. And when they got me in there, the doctors were putting all of these different eye drops in my eyes. It was at least 13 to 15 different eye drops and an ointment that they were putting in my eyes consistently. So, and this went on every hour, on the hour for like 17, 18 hours. That next day, when my eye pressure finally started to lower, people started to come into like focus again. So as people were coming into focus, the doctors were even noticing that my eye pressure was lowering. And they started letting me know what was going on with me, because at this point in time, I don't know what's going on with me, but I know I have not been able to see nothing since I was on the yard the day before. And I don't care what nobody say. That's just not normal. When you used to being able to see $1 flying down the alley, it's not normal not to go a whole day and not see. So they tell me that I have advanced glaucoma, and a very rare case of advanced glaucoma. And I'm like, what's glaucoma? They start to explain what glaucoma is. Glaucoma is an eye pressure disease that causes your sight to either be like extreme tunnel vision, or you'll have only sight on your peripheral. You won't be able to see anything in the center. Mine is central, so I can see out of the center of my eyes a little bit, but everything on the sides is closing in. It's closing in, and everything is really cloudy. And this is scary. This is not something that I'm used to, and it hurts. Let's not get past that part at all. This stuff hurts. Glaucoma is one of the worst pains that I've ever gone through in my life. It's consistent. It's somewhere that you cannot caress it. You can't hug your eyes. You can't console the back of your eyes. There's nothing you can do for that stuff. You just gotta take that pain. So they let me know that I had the very rare case of advanced glaucoma, and it destroyed me inside. It made me feel like everything was just going against me. I've been having the worst, year and a half I've ever had in my life. But this is the Blind Wolf. This is the first episode. I wanted to get this started, because awareness to blindness is something that needs to be addressed. People need to know what actually happens in our lives for real, not just, what people may think, because we actually do breathe, we actually feel, we want to be a part of everyday society. We need to be a part of everyday society. Some of us have jobs. Some of us have lives that we want to live. And I'm gonna finish telling y'all more and more day by day on how I lost my eyesight in prison, on the obstacles that I went through, either in prison or outside of prison. But I'm also gonna let you know how some of the things that I learned in prison helped to discipline me, to make me a stronger and better man than what I used to be. Remember this, the 5 P's. Proper planning prevents poor performance. I didn't know that some of the things that I was doing was properly planning me for my future. I didn't know that I was going to have to go through some of the things that I went through to get to the places that I'm at right now. But one thing I definitely need everybody to know is that if you're blind, this is one of the worst things that a person can go through, because you put your trust in other people to be truthful with you, to let you know what's going on in front of you. And sometimes people will play with you and think that it's funny. Some of the people that say that they love you will tell you one thing when something totally different is going on, because they think that they know what's better for you, instead of you actually having a clear view of what's going on in the world. You should be able to trust people. It's not that easy. You can lose your job if you're a disabled person and you act like you have more to give than just your average disabled person. If you want more, y'all gonna find out a lot more about the life of the blind wolf, because I'm here. The wolf is in the building. The wolf is in the building. And I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be back every day. I'm gonna keep on dropping this stuff. I'm gonna try to build my confidence up with this stuff. I'm new to this. I don't have nobody really, here with me to get this stuff rocking and rolling, but I know that everything is done for a purpose. I know that I ain't here just for nothing. I got that glow. Look at it. Look at me. I look good. I ain't your average blind dude. I know it. But what I do know is this. Allah been with me and kept me from so many different things that could have went so many bad ways. while I was in this situation, and he's done nothing but make me stronger. Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. No, excuse me. The quality of your life depends on the happiness of your thoughts. So if you want a quality life, have some happy thoughts. Don't let the things that go on in life sit up in here. It didn't happen to me for a long time. I went from homicidal to suicidal to, I don't know where I'm at right now, but I feel the most peace that I've ever felt in my life. And I don't know how I got here, but I just thank Allah that I'm here. And I want you to think happy thoughts. Think better for yourself, because if you think better, better things happen. It may not happen when you want them to happen, but it's going to happen the way that they're supposed to happen. It's the blind wolf. I'm out here. The wolf. The wolf.